Welcome back, everyone, to Rival Takes Podcast. We are now on episode 5. So, welcome back. You can follow again. You can follow this podcast on any social media at Rival Takes, Instagram, X, TikTok, whatever you, yeah, pick your poison. We are on there. So look us up, and we'd love look at our content and whatnot. So, but today we are starting this podcast off with breaking news as of 10 minutes ago. John Harbaugh has been fired. Wow.
Yeah, that's certainly a shocker, but like at the same time it's not. I mean, the Ravens haven't really had any playoff success lately with one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
And Lamar's answer during his press conference Sunday night, a lot of people were skeptical about that.
Yeah, and it definitely left ambiguous as of what was going to happen. And
Yeah.
I guess it would have surprised me a lot more if a lot if Raheem Morris wasn't also fired. You know?
Yeah. I'm just I'm kind of curious why it happened today and
Yeah,
not yesterday, but it doesn't make much of a difference.
no,
But
and I mean,
speaking of Harbaugh getting fired, Raheem Morris, Jonathan Gannon, Kevin Stefanski, and Pete Carroll also
yeah,
got fired on Black Monday.
rough day for those coaches. I do think. Well, I'll say this. I don't think Stefanski deserved to be fired, but I understand why they did it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like Stefanski, two-time coach of the year, won some of the only playoff games that the Browns have had in like the last 30 years or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, they've won 8 games in the last 2 years. Haven't really been, it's nothing really to look forward to. I mean, you have Miles Garrett,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, you could get all the sacks you want, but it clearly doesn't help you win. So,
No. And I mean, like, they did have a great draft class. They really did. They had a really good
yeah,
draft class, but his starting quarterback that he was given to coach and get somehow make the playoffs with was Joe Flacco to start the year, and two rookies. Not a lot to work with for him. And his best receiver is Jerry Judy, right? Like he didn't. Harold Fenton ended up being the best player on that offense. He just did. And I mean, I don't think he deserved to be fired, but I do understand why. Like, you want to make playoffs, you want to win, and teams are so they need success now more than ever. Teams are not willing to wait. They're not willing to let guys kind of grow into the teams like as much as they were 10 years ago.
yeah,
Like same thing with Carroll. Like he had nothing. He had Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, and Max Crosby. Those were his three guys who were worth anything on that team.
yeah.
No
Raiders
wonder
were
he
going
didn't.
to
No
fire.
wonder he didn't make playoffs. Like
No, I think Carroll should have not got fired too. But the one thing that did annoy me is that he refused to bench Geno Smith, no matter how bad he did.
yeah,
That I feel like that might be part of it because, like, yes, it would have been Aiden O'Connell, and they might probably wouldn't have won any more games. But Geno Smith was just so bad,
yeah,
and him and Carroll's relationship's probably why he started until he got injured.
yeah. And I think something else that came out about Chip Kelly calling plays that they hadn't installed yet. So that's also bad. But again, that's it's kind of on the head coach too for not like I guess technically the GM fires sometimes like, but you always need head coach's approval to fire a coordinator.
Yeah,
And I mean they waited so long they were already eliminated from playoffs I think at that point.
yeah. Carroll, I would have waited for next year to see how he does because he's a proven coach. He's been to
Yeah,
multiple Super Bowls. He's coached at USC. He's a proven coach. That might be it for Carroll, quite honestly.
yeah.
Uh,
Gannon, I that's a tricky one for me.
It's not for me. I'll just say the Cardinals have been terrible the last 3 years. Every time I saw the little ticker at the bottom, it said he was 15 and 36. That's not a good record to have. The Cardinals all year haven't even been playing like they care, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he does it out of the locker room, not winning games. It's just, yeah, he should have been gone mid-season, but that wouldn't have made that much of a difference.
Yeah. For me, I kind of thought of it as like he was given a quarterback that he didn't want to use, right? And it just didn't
Yeah.
fit his system. But at that point, that's kind of on you for not adapting your system, right? Like you have Kyler Murray, who has been, I mean, at one point he was a top eight quarterback, like just stats wise, like he had that ability. Like he's very athletic and he doesn't have the arm strength that other guys have, but he can make a lot of stuff happen. He can make plays happen. And they just could not find a way to do it. And Jacoby Brissett he fit the system better, but he's in no way, shape, or form better than Kyler. He's just not. And I think the insistence on starting him, even though it did help my fantasy team, with McBride, it didn't win him any more games. I think Jacoby Brissett lost every game he started in. So I mean that's that's coaching. It just is. And I know it's a really rough NFC West. It is. I will say, I'll give him that. But you got to win your games. You got to win those games. Like you lost to the Titans, and I think that's what kind of spiraled him.
They collapsed against the Titans. Yeah. They should have won that game like multiple times. That's probably the biggest reason he got fired. But the last coach that got fired, Raheem Morris, do you think he should have got fired?
I'm gonna say I I like Raheem Morris, and I think they were really figuring out at the end. But if Michael Penix stays healthy, I think they win the South. I don't think I just don't think the NFC South was that good. But I don't think they fire him if he goes 9-8 because then he makes playoffs.
Yeah, if the Falcons won the division, obviously he would still be coaching.
Yeah.
If you ask me, like before their 5 game winning streak, I would have said, yeah, he should be gone at the end of the season. But
Hmm.
after that, like the locker room, the morale was super high. They won 5 games in a row. I would have waited like mid-season next year to see how he does. They would have
Yeah.
had Penix back. They could have had a great draft. Well, I guess they don't have a first pick, do they?
I think the Rams have that one, right?
Yeah, they do. So Falcons
But
outlook in great shape, but I think it was a little unnecessary, but I guess I do kind of get it.
yeah, it really just comes back to teams want to win now, and GMs and owners want to win now, even though they don't ever have the roster to do so. So, yeah, I mean, you go 8-9 2 years in a row, you're not gonna stay. You're gonna have a head coaching job, even in the worst division in football right now. So it just comes down to that. So I'd say most of these weren't deserved, and it's just kind of the new like way that GMs are approaching it. Were there any coaches you think like which one of them do you think is going to get hired first? Like who's going to get poached off the market first?
I don't know. The coaching candidates this year isn't the greatest. I won't lie. There's Halfley on the Packers, but I know some people don't like him.
Hmm.
Um, Mike McCarthy, you could throw out there. He might go somewhere. Um, I would stay away from college coaches. I mean, not that teams won't try to hire them. I just don't think any of them want to leave because people will throw out Signetti's name. There's no chance in hell that he's leaving Indiana.
There's no reason to. He's making so much money, and he really fits the game of college football.
And he's literally lost 2 games there in 2 years.
Yeah,
So
it makes no sense for him to.
Marcus Freeman, he just got his little college football playoff deal. He's staying in Notre Dame.
Mhm.
Uh, DeBoer, yeah, he kind of let Alabama down, but they still made the playoffs. So he's
He's
gonna
staying.
stay another year at
Yeah.
least. it's just I don't know. There's just not great candidates this year, I don't think. I
No.
will say Brian Flores, he's good. He
Yeah, he deserves a shot somewhere.
definitely. I think it was a bit premature when he got fired by the Dolphins all that time ago, but
Yeah, and I think what like D'Amico Ryans is doing really shows like how you can be a defensive minded head coach and you can still make it work.
yeah, like the Texans offense is terrible.
Yeah,
Their defense is carrying that whole team.
yeah, the best defense in the league. Like this is what happens when you wait on your coach, you don't demand it right away, and you have all these kind of like just you invest in your coach and your team,
Yeah.
and you do it like what your coach does well. You invest all these picks into a defense, and you have enough on offense. You're like you it's gonna work.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Texans, yeah. Is there any other coach in the NFL that you thought should have gotten fired?
Should have gotten fired. I thought Mike McDaniel should have gotten fired, which he still might. I just like I know Tyreek got hurt. I do. And I know it's a big part of his offense. But his offense has been getting worse every single year with Tua. And yeah, maybe that's on Tua, but it's also on him.
Yeah. I feel like they have been kind of lackluster. I will say that they looked a lot worse at the beginning of the season than they did at the
Yeah.
end.
Hmm.
So props to him for turning that around. But yeah, he benched Tua at the end of the season for Quinn Ewers.
Didn't
Like
play much better, but
Tyreek's getting old. He probably doesn't have a lot of prime left, if any.
you know what? I have a question for you.
Yes.
Give me guess how much Tua's and Tyreek's cap hit is for next year for the Dolphins. Just fun fact for everyone in here.
It's got to be over 100 million, right?
It is 105 million
Oh, shoot.
for two players.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Just fun fact. Just got to throw that in there.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Dolphins really going to have to rely on the draft.
yeah, I fired that GM because he was terrible. I mean, they didn't get any better. It was the same team as when he inherited it, basically. So
Yeah.
yeah, but so kind of segueing kind of into something that could be a little more like actually like result based, as in like a different sport, because NBA. So there's been a lot of talk. I don't know if you heard about Trae Young being traded.
That makes sense. The Hawks are where they are, like basically all the time, playing
Hmm.
Hawks, Bulls,
Heat. Yeah.
Heat,
The,
Invitational.
yeah.
Uh, Trey Young can't just be like happy winning enough games to barely make the playoffs. You might want to leave.
Yeah, I just think that the NBA right now is in such a weird spot because they're in the middle of like this this like Oklahoma City dynasty, right? Like that's what everybody's saying. And teams are kind of trying to combat that, I think. And the Hawks know that they can't. And I think that they're like, well, let's like, get rid of our assets now. And we're gonna kind of wait a couple years for all you guys to come up, with like all these because they're not like these are not the same Hawks that made they made like the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah, a few years ago, I
Yeah,
think.
and they're just not
Yeah,
that same team. They're
no,
like Trae Young has to average 50 for them to even win games. Like there needs to be something else on this team, and it can't just be him.
yeah. And even when they made the conference finals, they were like a low seed, so
Yeah,
they just got hot at the right time. I feel like this entire team just needs a reset, like coach, GM, whatever.
yeah.
Most of the players, they gotta go on a full rebuild here because they've kind of done nothing for quite some time now, other than
And
that one finals appearance.
yeah, and there's like a lot of these teams that are kind of in the same boat. Like we're saying with the Heat, and like in the play and the Bulls. Like they're just kind of so okay with being mediocre that they kind of need to change.
Yeah.
So in short, I do think that Trae Young should be traded. Do you agree? Yeah, and I don't know what teams are looking right now, but as long as it doesn't go to the Thunder, and that's fine. But hey,
That would
at least the Thunder are putting to bed the rest. They're putting to bed the rumors that they're They're going to win. They're going to have the best record. They're going to be better than the Warriors. They just lost to the Hornets last night, as we're recording this. So a little embarrassing for them, obviously, but good for the league.
If you're a Thunder hater, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that I am. I would not classify myself as one. You're never
Yeah,
going to root for the top dog unless you're a fan of that team, right? So
that's fair. Yeah.
so I would just say good
Thunder
for
have been
them.
losing a lot of games lately, I
Yeah.
hear.
30 and
Like,
7, I think now.
I saw a graphic that they were projected to have three losses, and now, yeah, they can't even have the best record.
Yeah.
So,
Which does go to show how insane that Warriors team was. Just
yeah,
it just was.
that was insane.
Um, but I guess kind of like the East now is kind of more open because the Celtics dynasty, it's, everybody thought that this big Celtics dynasty was coming, right? Which, I mean, they have been good,
Yeah,
but
they've been hot lately, but
I mean, with the Bucks, I mean, they haven't had Giannis this year, but getting him back, do you think that they can contend for the East now?
no, not a
No.
chance. The Bucks are terrible. They have Giannis. That's literally their entire team through like their GM. They don't. I mean, they don't have any draft picks. That has nothing to do with them winning this year.
Yeah.
They're just in such a mess. Like, and there will be the media making fake reports about him wanting to be traded like every other day.
Yeah.
I just think there's so much noise and not enough talent on that Bucks team to get him into the playoffs. Maybe the last spot in like the plan, but nothing more.
Yeah. I mean, I think adding KPJ back with Giannis has been a big help for them. Like they have a true point guard now, and they might have the most improved player on that roster too with Ryan Rollins. So I think there's a chance that they can make playoffs with this. I do. And they obviously you make playoffs, anything can happen. So, but I think I mean you add Giannis back, you add an undeniably top five player in the league. I would say I am biased. I'm a Bucks fan, just to note that. But I mean, he's a top three player, just in my opinion. He is. And you add him back to a team that has been full of not. I mean, Bobby Portis has been the highest scorer for this Bucks team multiple times this year, which tells you a lot about this team. And I mean, you had Giannis back, anything can happen. So
Yeah.
I think they can make playoffs. They're not going to be like a high seed or anything, but they can make it. And at worst, I think they can make a play in because I mean, well, so many teams can make the play in. Like
Yeah.
you have to be like really terrible to not. So I think with Giannis in this team, he's going to carry them to that at least. And yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously
Yeah.
we'll see. But
One of like arguably the top 10 player of all time on your team, I guess you're always in contention for the playoffs.
yeah, especially just in this, it really is star teams, like the star players carrying their teams at this point, I think. So that is all we have to talk about for NBA, though, as of right now. But this is our first time we're going to introduce a new segment to you all. We're going to call it Teams of the Week. So I'm going to start. So for the NFL, our team of the week is the Jaguars because with the win last week, they clinched the AFC South and finished 14 and 3. Just wow, first of all. Finished on an 8-game win streak. Trevor Lawrence going into the playoffs just with the best team he's ever played with, the best coach he's ever played for, and just they have a lot going for him right now, I think.
Definitely the best coach he's seen, at least in the NFL.
Yeah.
Um, their Jaguars are super underrated. I mean, they have four losses, and I've heard like almost nothing about them up until now.
Yeah.
I mean, they could make the Super Bowl, quite honestly. They're good
Mm.
enough to do that. Going over to the collegiate level of football, team of the week was Indiana. I mean, I feel like they're just clear and obviously the best team in college football right now. blew out Alabama at the Rose Bowl after not playing for over a month. I
Y-
mean,
Yeah.
every single team with a bye in college football lost their game except Indiana.
Yeah, over the past 2 years as well. So
Yeah.
not just this year. So that just really shows how special they are, just how important that win was. So for the NHL, we don't talk about NHL a lot on this podcast, but the Buffalo Sabres are our team of the week. And in the last 10 games, they're 9-1. They've really been on a tear. And the Buffalo Sabres, notoriously in the past couple years, have been terrible. So finally seeing them, they're almost at a wild card spot at this point when we're recording this. And I mean, they're playing good hockey. And I mean, you got to win your games. So going 9-1 last 10, great way to, kind of fight your way into that wild card spot. I think they're fourth right now. So just keep monitoring that. But yeah, they're our NHL team of the week.
They have like the longest playoff drought in NHL history, right?
Think so. It's been a long, long time. But
Speaking of a team that has no problem getting to the playoffs, the Celtics are this week's team of the week for the NBA. 8-2 in their last 10. They looked average to start the year, definitely picked things up. Even
mm,
without Tatum still, they're going to be really good once he comes back. That's a scary team.
yeah. And it's just Jalen Brown really kind of stepping up, I think, has been just really
Yeah.
important. And I think when Tatum comes back, they're going to function as two superstars, really, is what I think is going to happen. And then you have all these other role players. You got Derek White coming in, and just they have a lot of pieces on that team. So yeah, I agree 100% that even though the last couple of games have been underwhelming, they have been really doing well, like just with what they have.
Yeah, for sure.
For college basketball, our team of the week is Michigan. They have been killing it. Absolutely just obliterating teams. They have their last three ranked teams they beat by 20 plus points, and their most recent they beat by 30. They're just on another planet right now. Just absolutely obliterating other teams.
Yeah, I can't believe Michigan's that good. I hate Michigan personally, so that kind of sucks for me to see,
Yeah.
but good for them.
Mhm.
Honorable mention, Nebraska.
Yeah. Big
Why are
Ten
they
looking
really
good this year.
good? They've never won a March Madness game, and all of a sudden they're like undefeated. Have they
Yeah, like
lost a game yet? Do you
I don't
know?
think so.
I kind of want to see actually.
Yeah, they've
They're
been killing it. I mean, they've just been playing
yeah,
really good basketball,
that's
and
crazy. Yeah,
they haven't
I
lost. You said?
don't think anyone saw that coming.
No, definitely not. It's just Nebraska ball usually is terrible. Usually they're in the NIT or something, but they've been doing well.
They have not lost a game, just beat Ohio State.
Yeah, and I mean the Big Ten looks basketball wise looks really good this year. Normally it's kind of just Michigan State and Wisconsin will be in there, Purdue. A lot of these teams are doing well except Wisconsin. So you
Yeah.
know it is what it is.
For our last team of the week, however, the MLB team of the week is the Blue Jays, mostly just for signing Kazuma Okamoto,
Hmm.
4 years, 60 million, coming over from Japan. Baseball's kind of been dry lately, so not much else to choose from. Good for the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
Try to win
it's
that World Series.
we had a hard time picking our team of the week for MLB because it's kind of just who we think signed the best player. But I mean, the Blue Jays, I mean, that's 15 million a year basically for a guy who everybody was going after. It wasn't just Blue Jays. I mean, he had offers from basically any team he wanted to go to, and his agent told him that to be the best fit. So we kind of think that that'll be the best kind of signing that happened, in recent times. So those are our teams of the week, and we really hope you guys like this segment. We're going to start doing it, every week. So here's something to look forward to. But that has been all from me. Do you have anything else you'd like to mention to the viewers, James?
I don't know. I can't think of a fun fact today. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, but we will obviously follow this podcast. Like I mentioned at the start, at anywhere at Rival Takes, any site. Ooh, looks like we got a question or something. Fun fact.
Shout out Montana State won the
Montana
FCS
State. Yes, that was an
championship.
insane FCS national championship.
That was blocked
So,
PAT at overtime. That was
I
insane.
mean, I texted James actually as it happened. I was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was insane." So, there's a fun fact, yeah, our shout out of the week or whatever. So, but again, just follow us. We'll keep you posted. We try to post daily, try to do our podcast and post clips to all of our social media and stuff. So, keep posted. Just look at our videos and clips and let us know what you think. So, we'll see you guys next time.